Hi, I'm here with Damir Hasanbegovic, and if I'm reading this correctly, Damir is a licensed massage therapist and an assistant strength and conditioning coach at Scenic City Fitness. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So, Damir, you do a lot of work with people in the health industry. You need to be a model for people to like be physically fit, healthy. So, all of that has to do with nutrition and dietary needs. So, can I ask you a few questions pertaining to the subject?
Of course.
Awesome. So to begin the interview, we'd like to ask, what do you think is the biggest factor in determining what you eat?
Your access to it, your availability to it. Some people don't have the same privileges as other people to make that decision of, okay, I'm going to eat a healthy food because they're only given so many options.
Okay. So kind of like with like the subsidized lunch care of like elementary schools, how like
Yes.
if you only have a certain amount of money, you can't go for the salad or you can't go for all the apples. You have to go for like the corn dog or the cheaper option.
The quesadilla or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just that accessibility to it. Is there a particular way you choose to space out your meals throughout the day? Do you clump them all together? Do you eat them small?
I'm a sporadic eater because I'm always in my car. A lot of people are always moving around too. So I figured out this trick to do that if you can't get your veggies and your fruit intake in, just make a cooler, fill it up with ice, fill it up with water, and then just store all your apples and your bananas and stuff so they don't get ruined. Essentially, so they don't get ruined by like in the wintertime.
So
You
so
can
what
have
I'm
like
gathering
a
from
warmer
that.
in your car,
Mhm.
and then the cooler would be very beneficial during like the summertime.
Yeah. So what I'm getting from that is you like to have enough food that you can space it out throughout the day, and that kind of relates back to the accessibility thing that we talked about earlier.
Right.
So
Exactly.
if it were accessible to more people, you believe that they should like eat throughout the day in like smaller portions, like you do.
Yes, and it keeps your digestion at a going pace rather than it's a dead, an amount of time where you're not digesting anything, and then all of a sudden you have this huge feast, and you put a lot of stress on the digestive system.
I understand. Being someone who is day in and day out more active than most people, what is the most important thing for you to put into your body in terms of food? Fats, proteins, etc.
I believe fats, proteins, and then any micronutrient you can get into your body, get it and you overdose on it essentially. And I don't mean that literally.
You have more of the affiliation for the micronutrients.
Yes, I love the micronutrients.
Is there a
We
reason
get
for
enough.
that?
We get enough carbs. Well, if you think about bodily systems and the function at a cellular level, what do they need? Then you get a lot into your micronutrients. You get a lot into your enzymes. You get a lot into the phytochemicals, for example. So there's a lot of stuff that you can get lost into. But bottom line is, at a cellular level, that's what our cells like.
All right.
And at a more larger level, at a more physical level, yes, we love the proteins, the fats, and the carbs.
But it all stems from that one cellular need.
Right, and we're gonna get our carbs. We've made sure, if you think about human civilization, we've made sure that we've gotten our carbs in, and we've gotten our proteins, and we've gotten our fats. And there's always been a regulation of some sort. Some people like a lot of carbs, some people like a lot of protein, some like well balanced. So, it's the micronutrients.
So speaking of balance, how would you split up the percent of the food that you take in a day that you're happy with between proteins, vegetables, dairy, grain?
Okay.
Like, what is your more this, more that?
I'm going 30% grain. I'll go as far as greens. I'll go. Let's take this down. I'll go 20% grains.
It's a big jump.
Yeah, I'll take 20% grains, 30% protein, and 50 greens.
All right, so you're saying a more low carbohydrate diet, heavier on the greens and proteins.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, why is diet nutrition important to you?
Yeah, it's one of the only things you can control. Essentially, it's not the only thing you can control. You can control. But like, it's very choice driven. We talk about that all the time, and then again, how accessible is it to you? But even in the worst accessibility, you still have you have a choice. And I get it. There's other things that make up that choice, that make that choice dependent. But when you get past all those variables, it's still, hey, Devin, are you gonna eat that?
Yeah.
And
It's
a yes or
that's
no.
so that's what diet is so human about us. It's a choice that we make, and
Mm-hmm.
it has like the consequences, and we can rationalize and think about those things. And it takes knowledge and understanding of it to better ourselves.
And I think as much as we love to diet and we love, because I hate that word, I think every human has a human need for a certain amount of this, a certain amount of that, a certain amount of this. Once we realize that as a whole, I think we wouldn't need to diet anymore. It would be, this is how humans eat for sustainability.
Exactly.
Now there's going to be variations, obviously, but I think there should be a stable
basic
way,
model of it.
a basic model. I think by now we have the science that tells us that.
Hey, it's been a great interview. Thank you for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and thank you.